been in to kind of...
Cardi B already sued Tasha K and won $4 million. And Tasha K is not paying her back. She said she don't have no money.
They'll probably still milk her assets.
No, she hid her money in Africa. Her husband is African. She's hid her money. She probably gave it to her mother, put it in her mother-in-law's name or something.
Well, it's going to come back to her. So
everything comes back to her.
Which all she wants.
Or why would you want to live like that? Having a judgment against you, you got to keep everything in somebody's name.
Do this, do that. Here, son.
Mike Perk says, M. Perk says, hi, ladies. Hi, everyone. It's what did I miss, Mike? No, you right on it today, Mike. You on it today.
I mean, we cut off early yesterday, but we went not early. We actually cut off after the hour.
Right. Now, I hope if we do it again, I hope it does it right. Don't do it.
We had technical problems. It
just
went poof.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see. But anyway, Cardi B, let's start off with her combo with Tasha K. Tasha K started it like she always does. No reason whatsoever to say anything to Cardi B.
Oh, she started something. She
likes messing with her, don't she? Yeah, she likes messing with her because she hates her.
Why?
It's the whole. I mean, the whole that
Tasha
K. I think Tasha K has a mental problem.
Yeah,
because when you
stalking her,
you have a mental issue. If you so bent on somebody to where it's ruining your whole life, not a mental problem. She got a spiritual problem.
Oh, well.
Because that means unforgiveness, and that unforgiveness will eat you from the inside out.
Did Cardi do something to her?
No.
That she's not forgiving her, and she's just always at her?
No, she just
then
don't
she has no reason.
She don't like Cardi B, and Cardi B went after her and said, "Lee, keep my name out your mouth, or I'm gonna sue you." And she didn't keep her name out her mouth, and she sued her.
Well, she did what she said.
Yeah, she did what she said. So Cardi B, one of the grandsons, long story short, one of the grandsons of the billionaire that was on the submarine or whatever that thing was that they went down. He went to a concert and posted it.
Oh, the concert?
He went to a concert of a rock star and posted that he was at a concert.
Okay.
And Cardi B said, she wrote in the comments, you shouldn't be at a concert when your father is, not grandfather, your father, stepfather, is at the bottom of the ocean and we don't even know if he got enough air to breathe. I would think you would be at home grieving like most people.
Oh, it was that man's son.
His son, yes. And so he went off on Cardi B for saying that, and Tasha K jumped in. That's why I said she didn't have any reason to jump in. There was no reason
for Tasha K to...
None.
And I kind of see people can say that's not your business, but yet it's freedom of speech. Yeah, you may get backlash for some of your freedom of speech.
Right.
But she does have a point.
Yeah. Well, Tasha K pretty much said, how are you jumping in his comments, worrying about how he responded, and you was doing everything under the sun when Takeoff passed away. You wasn't sitting at home crying and all this other stuff.
What was she doing when Takeoff passed?
I don't know. But it has nothing to do, no. But even if she did.
Was she out shopping?
That's not her child.
Oh, Lord.
But anyway. So
Takeoff is her brother, her cousin.
Her husband's friend.
Oh, okay.
We found out they wasn't related.
Oh, okay.
So it says Cardi B posted a fiery response on Wednesday night, June 21st, as part of the latest ongoing feud with gossip blogger Tasha K, just months after a judge denied an appeal from Tasha K over a $4 million verdict that Cardi's defamation suit against Tasha. And Tasha K, this is Cardi B, with your despicable ASS, to bring up Takeoff to prove a fake A point is disgusting. I lost weight. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. Me and my man still dealing with that to this day, Cardi tweeted. Mm-hmm. Seemingly in a response to an earlier tweet from Tasha, in which the blogger wrote, wasn't she posting guns right after Takeoff's death? And on the internet cutting up not long after his sudden takeoff? ? Mm-hmm. I'm just asking. So being funny, not after his sudden takeoff. Now that's disrespectful.
No
that's disrespectful.
It is.
So that anger.
Takeoff left. He died. He passed away.
Right.
Yeah.
So that made Cardi mad, and she responded. Now, my issue is that Cardi should have never responded to Tasha K. Every time Cardi responds to Tasha K, her ratings go up and it makes her more popular. Nobody's checking for Tasha K.
No.
But when she knows to push those buttons on Cardi.
She needs some viewers.
And Cardi always has to respond. So it's like, if somebody bothering you and if you like a giant and they're an ant, if you respond, you make that ant bigger than what they are. So that's what she does.
I pushed her button and it worked.
Every time she responds.
And she responded, which made more viewers, which I want.
Yep. And then she said, Cardi went on. The comment about the late Migos members who made up 1/3 of the trio also features Cardi's husband, Offset. It seemed to infuriate Cardi, who continued, I'm a rapper. We target all the time, so of course I have guns for protection. Why is she answering Tasha K about the guns? But anyway, but since you want to be funny for comments, I'm going to make sure your kid don't go to college. You think my lawyers don't know you hide money in Africa? Ooh. I'm going to make sure I get every red cent of my $4 million. Don't ever, and she did all in bold, put Takeoff's name in your mouth. Again, you letting Tasha K push those buttons. If Quavo ain't saying nothing and Offset ain't saying nothing,
well, she the big mouth, you know.
Don't say nothing. And I like Cardi.
Didn't they have back and forth with her and Nicki Minaj?
Yes, it's always back and forth with her. And you know Nicki Minaj fans jumped all on this because it's anything that deals with Cardi B, they gonna jump on. Mm-hmm. You right, Tasha, whatever. She wrong. She need to leave that man alone about how he grieved and all this other stuff. That man
wasn't grieving because he didn't know his dad had passed. How he gonna grieve?
So the whole thing with the Cardi B and the grandson. Now this stepson, I keep saying grandson. This stepson, he was a trip. It said, well, he now deleted some of his tweets, I guess. But Cardi B hit back on the stepson. I told you she had posted about what he did. Mm-hmm. Well, he came back and said he didn't even talk about the fact mainly about her making a comment. He talked about her, like, aren't you a failing artist and this and that. Now, what does that have to do with her saying about you grieving? I would think you would only respond back and say, well, you know what, that's how different people grieve. Why would you come back and clap back and say you were
going back to her artistry?
You a no good art, whatever. Aren't you washed up or whatever? Mm-hmm. So Cardi B has hit back at the stepson of the missing British billionaire aboard the Titanic submarine. Well, he ain't missing no more. We know what happened to him. Mm-hmm. Brian Sazas, whatever his name is, was hit with backlash from the rapper and others for attending a concert the day after his stepfather went missing on the Titan. Mm-hmm. Submersible. I guess they don't call it a submarine anymore. Mm-hmm. And asked for an OnlyFans model to sit on his face. So he hit on some OnlyFans page and asked her to sit on his face. He was just acting all up on the internet. While his father down there struggling, stepdad,
which could mean why.
After Brian branded her a complete B, before deleting his entire Twitter account, Cardi responded by claiming he's been looking for clout and branded him desensitized. Now,
why did he remove his account?
Well, he got Cardi's fans.
They probably threatened.
They's like, who you think you are? You don't talk to
how rich you are, how your dad, stepfather, whoever he is.
And Cardi wrote, the point was the whole world is praying for these people in the submarine, and this son is online shaking his D for girls and OnlyFans and going to Blink 182 concerts. You was looking for clout all along. Nobody knew who you were until you said that about your stepdad. This is why people hate you spoiled brat billionaires. Y'all so desensitized. So she pretty much said, I'd rather be poor than to have a kid like you.
Thank you. Pretty much. He gonna come at her.
But
why he, all rich and stuff, removed his account?
Well, because he got backlash. But here's the funny thing about it. After he got the backlash and everybody attacked him, people was torn on two sides of this. Some people was like, you don't tell people how to grieve. People grieve different ways. Maybe that was his way. He had tickets to the concert. You expect him to stay home, crawled up in a ball of his whole white.
And I'm saying that's his stepdad. Who's to say the relationship?
Well, that was the other thing. People say you don't know the relationship. You don't know if he's close to him or whatever. And then some people are saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't look right for anybody in the family, and all those families out partying or whatever. Mm-hmm. Why it is different.
Down how many feet under the water?
And it's different if you found out that he had passed. You thinking he down there suffering, like he can't breathe, and he, you know,
we're all waiting.
You're waiting to hear, right?
And while you're waiting,
yes. And DJ Envy said, if not for him, what about the mom? If he's not close to the dad, maybe just be there for your mom and
be respectful. You know, that's your mom's husband.
So different people had different things. Mm-hmm. My take on it is, I don't care if you go to a concert. You didn't have to post it. See, everybody posts everything on social media.
They go, everything they say, everything they do, they gonna get backlash.
And God forbid anything happen to us, and I post me out at some concert, all of y'all people will be under my thing going, I'm sitting up here crying and asking God to bring you through, and you sitting up there at a Janet Jackson concert.
My sister would have wanted me to enjoy myself.
Which could be true. And that could be my coping mechanism, right? Uh-huh. But why am I posting that I'm at a Janet Jackson concert?
Because
nobody has to know that.
You know what? That's the big question of the whole century is people gonna post. They love to post.
And if you post, expect people to make comments.
Yeah, the freedom of speech will go on and on until the end of the world.
Yes.
It may be the good speech, it may be bad.
Yes.
And he got bad.
Well, he got bad. So he came back on. Go ahead.
But the thing that you were saying, I don't have a problem with freedom of speech because, like, even the Ku Klux Klan can get on and do they crazy,
right? And
any other group that's against other races. I know it's mean and evil, but it's freedom of speech,
right?
We don't have to be in Russia where you may be die or something because of something you said,
right?
Whether it was positive or not. But what you got me is when he came back and made a comment about her career.
Exactly, which had nothing to do
with it.
He
could have just said, it's none of your business that I'm out here having fun.
Right.
Why don't you mind your own family and don't worry about me? But no, you got to go and say your career is this and that. So
then after not only Cardi B got on him, but he was getting a ton of backlash. He came back almost crying. I can't get on a flight. I don't have a passport, he admitted. He said he watched the news for 2 days straight and went to the Blink 182 concert for a quick 2-hour break for relief and was just nodding his head. He was like, I wasn't partying and stuff. I was just nodding my head. The submarine is stuck at the damn Titanic. There's nothing I can do for this situation at all, he said. Initially, he asked his followers to continue to think of his family on Wednesday morning, writing, please keep my family in prayers. But he was quickly mocked online for making a pass at an OnlyFans star. Then he went on to say, first of all, that's a friend of mine. I know who she is in real life. And we joke at each other all the time. So when I told her to sit on my face, I was joking with her. Okay. And she understands. She has a sense of humor. Now, see, he wouldn't have had to do all of that.
Didn't know your
had he not posted.
Now you got to explain yourself. I did this because of this.
So,
okay.
I believe what Cardi said. He was looking for clout. He probably thought people was going to go sympathy underneath that thing about him being at the Blink 182. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's your stepdad that's down there. Oh, you a star. Because he's a star, I guess, because he's trapped in a boat. Now you're a star. Mm-hmm. So
you know your stepfather. Now
yeah.
We know you.
All right. So that's the end of that one.
But I do get her point. I know you know what? People need to, I get it on both sides.
Uh-huh.
But understand, when you say people need to mind their own business, no.
Not if you put it out there.
The moment you post.
Yep.
It's everybody's business. And don't get mad when you get backlash.
Exactly. Either say something back, like I do, mm-hmm. or delete it. Do whatever you want to do and move on.
Okay.
Now let's talk about this thing, because I'm so sick of hearing about this. It's